Homes around the world, island homes. An island is a piece of land that is surrounded by water. There are islands all over the world. Some people live on small islands that sit close to a larger piece of land called the mainland. Some islands are very big. For example, the country of Japan is made up of 4 large islands and more than 3,000 small islands. The British Isles has over 6,000 large and small islands. Japan is an island. Tokyo, Japan is one of the largest cities in the world. Many people live and work on islands. Some of them have homes in big cities which are often crowded. Many people live on islands far from other land where there are not many people. Manhattan Island in New York has tall buildings for homes and offices. Some islands are tiny, such as the Maldives in the Indian Ocean. There are 1,190 of these islands that cover just 186 square miles. The largest island in the world is Greenland. It covers 1.3 million square miles. These homes are on a tiny island in the Philippines. In hot places, people sometimes build their houses on stilts. The stilts raise the house off of the ground. This helps air circulate underneath to keep the houses cool. The stilts also prevent snakes and other animals from going into the houses. This house is in Indonesia. In places where the weather is wet and windy, or where there are few trees, houses are often built of stone. The stone walls keep the rain and wind out. Inside, the houses are dry and warm. The small windows in this house in Scotland help prevent heat loss. People use a wide variety of materials to build their island homes. In large cities, tall buildings are made from concrete, steel, and glass. In small villages, people often build their houses from wood. These houses are found in Norway. Islands are often located far from other places. Island homes are made from local materials. People use bricks made out of earth or stones to build the walls of houses. This woman on a Pacific island is using leaves to make the roof of a house. This home is one of the islands of Fiji in the Pacific Ocean. It belongs to the chief of the village. It is decorated with special patterned cloth and white shells. The mats on the floor have been made from local grasses. This family's home is in Japan. The walls are made from light bamboo wood and thin rice paper. The floors are covered with mats made from straw. This family is sitting on the floor around a low table to eat a meal. Islands around the world have different kinds of weather. Greenland is located in the North Atlantic Ocean, where the weather is cold. There is snow and ice throughout the entire year. These homes are in Greenland. You can see ice floating in the water in the bay. There are hundreds of small islands in the Caribbean Sea. These islands are hot and sunny. Every year from June to November there is danger of hurricanes. A hurricane is a strong storm with very high winds and heavy rain. A hurricane damaged these homes on the Caribbean island of Jamaica. Over the years, the sea level around an island will change. When the sea level falls, you can see more of the seabed around the island. When the sea level rises, water covers more of the land and the island gets smaller. These homes are in the Pacific Ocean, on an island on the Pacific Ocean. If sea level rises, it could disappear beneath the water. On some islands there are volcanoes. When a volcano erupts, Hot rock called lava flows into the bed around it. In 1995, a volcano erupted on the Caribbean island of Montserrat. The island's capital, Plymouth, was buried in ash and mud. Volcano ash has almost completely covered this building. On small islands where there are not many people, school classes may have only a few pupils. If an island is close to the mainland, children may have to travel to the mainland to go to school. This teacher is talking to her students in the Cook Islands in the Pacific Ocean. Children who live on islands often play on the beach and in the water. They learn to fish and swim. Sometimes they learn to sail a boat or dive down under the water to look at beautiful fish on coral reefs. These children are playing soccer in Indonesia. Fishing is important for island people. Sometimes fishers sell the fish that they have caught to local stores at restaurants. Often the fish are taken to other countries to be sold. Warm islands such as those in the Caribbean or Hawaii are popular places for people to go on vacation. Many island people work in hotels or restaurants that are visited by tourists. This woman sells her baskets to tourists on the island of Fiji in the Pacific Ocean. On islands such as Great Britain, it is easy to travel around. There are good roads, railways, and airports. Greenland is covered with ice and snow, so there are no railways and not many roads. People use helicopters and planes to travel between towns. These people are going to fly on a small plane to get to the mainland of Scotland from the small island of Barra. People who live on small islands often use boats to travel to other islands or the mainland. Ferries take passengers as well as cars and other vehicles from one island to another. This ferry travels from the mainland of India where in the world? Look at these two pictures carefully. How are the homes different from each other? What is each home made of? Look at their walls, roofs, and windows and doors. How are these homes different from where you live? How are they the same? This is a house in Scotland. And this is a house in Indonesia. How many of you think it would be fun to live on an island?